Hey guys, TC here from the Christian Gaming Channel, bring you another episode of the Minetest Christians Cove Creative Series. That name will never be quite comfortable for me because I just can't quite nail it. Anyways, we have a lot of different stuff to look over. Today's episode is going to be quite different from the last time. Instead of building, we're going to do more of a review of everything that has been built. It's a different format I'm going to try out because I'm tending to struggle a lot with the older format that I've been using so far, so I'm going to try something different this time. Let's see how it goes. Anyways, the first thing that we're going to do, but definitely not on the list. This list is kind of extensive. We finished out the Canyon Creek Bridge. As you can see right here, Canyon River Bridge, my bad. It's the Canyon River Bridge anyways. We finished it out. It has actual supports, an underside. It's been completely done. There's even been some more railroad work too, as you can see here. But that's going to be slow going. Building railroads is nowhere near as quick as building actual roads, at least for me. But the first actual thing I think we'll get to besides that is the library, and we can take a quick look at something on the way over there. We now have a small awning for the sidewalk. It's something comfortable to sit underneath on a nice spring day or something. I think it'll be good. And aesthetically, it fits very nicely. Anyways, we have some more sidewalks. We have a mini park now. I've been trying to put these mini parks all over the place because I just think they look aesthetically nice. Just a small tree for some shade and some benches. And we have the library completely filled out now. In the last episode, it was nothing but an empty shell. Now, it's very, very well filled. We have the name for it, the Christians Cove Public Library, and this, which I will leave you guys some time to look at. If you want to read it all the way, just pause the video here. Yeah. Bit of extra lore added into it from real life. Yeah. We have archived news articles now. Mind you, none of these are actually filled up yet. In time they will be. We have a section on laws, a section on adventures, both fiction and non-fiction adventures. We have history books, science, copies of historical documents, and just general fiction. So yeah, there's a lot of good stuff here. We even have reading areas now too. Yeah. Let's see, what else did I possibly forget? There's also this computer, but that's not a big deal. I added a light here purely because the stairway was very dark and light happens to shine right through stairs for some reason, so it was a very clean way of getting it to be well lit without actually struggling with it too much. Okay, next on the list we have the bunker. Now, I don't know how much this has been shown on screen. I don't know if it's ever been shown on screen, but there's a public emergency bunker due to the fact that somewhere over in that general direction there's a rocket base that shoots up into space, has a space station, the whole works. Some of the rockets tend to go a little sideways at times, and as if you paused the video and read that, it took out the library. So this bunker is kind of a direct result of that. Something for the people living in this area to run into just in case there's another rocket. It's been fixed up a little bit inside, but not too terribly much. Once this is finished, I'd prefer to show it off, but not until then. But the important thing here is just this outside area has been built and reinforced like crazy. Steel beams, concrete ceiling, bricks, even more bricks, and bricks on top of the concrete. It's very well structured now. There's also, wait, I almost forgot. There's another addition. There's a lot of additions to talk about. Come on, let me out. Thank you. Alright. We also have more stuff right here. Again, I'll pause it for you. Yeah, I can pause it. No, you guys can pause it and read this if you want to. And there's one more historical marker out this way. Right in the very, very small park. And it's a lot to look at, so pause it at your own leisure, and yeah. Lots of cool little tidbits that are being brought from, you know, actual Christian Cove over to here, into this game world version. Okay, what is next on the list? We've looked at the bridge being completed. We've looked at a few other things. Well, we did plant a lot more trees, I suppose. There was a lot of trees planted over here. There's been trees planted over here. Just in general, a lot more trees to fill in all this empty space. Plus another mini park. Which is just good. It fills in empty space and it makes it look a lot nicer. We also have this new store. The bottom part is a post office. And the top part is a certified public assistant. Accountant. It's an accountant, not an assistant. The building hasn't been filled in quite yet, but it will get there. At least the structure's there. Much like the library, it'll come in time. Yeah, so there's that. There's also this. We have an apartment building now. And also signs. Where we actually know the names of the roads now. So this is Twin Bridges Street right here. And further down that way is the Jungle Mountain Tunnel Parkway. It's a mouthful, but that's the name of it, so can't argue with it. We have the old warehouse apartments. This happens to be where Vicky's older brother Matthew lives. He's got a fairly nice apartment. It's just a recreation, but still. It gets the general idea across. It's very roomy despite being very small. He also got a plaque from the police department too. So that's very nice of him. We also have a small bedroom and bathroom right here. Nothing too special. I don't know why all the Minetest clocks are stuck at 5:55. I guess time just never moves. The rest of the apartments are not filled in. They're just empty structures yet again. Can't really get access to other people's apartments because that would be just kind of strange if you don't know them. But I do like this view here. You can see a lot from here, especially the railroad. And even here you can still see the Lupine Bridge. Which we will actually be visiting fairly soon as we cover this area. Here we have another new bridge. Believe me, I've been putting in the work when it comes to building out the roads. Thank the Lord he's been helping me do it because I'm pretty sure my wrists would have given out at some point. This bridge is fairly self-supporting since it is a truss bridge. I think that's the right way to say it. Either way, it's the old iron bridge because it's got the red iron keeping it up. Also, we have these really cool lights. They're grab this real quick. It's called a outdoor lamp. They're really cool. You can turn them on and off, and they're fairly unobtrusive too, but they still give off plenty of light, which is super awesome. Here we have another retaining wall to keep the hills at bay from doing any kind of mudslide shenanigans. And we have another bridge right here. There's been a lot of bridges. This bridge, though, is kind of more like, I don't know, kind of bridges you would see in a more low-lying type of area. I can't remember the exact kind of name for this, but they're very common in the South. Either way, this bridge is here, and if I'm not mistaken, it is called the Seashore Bridge, because it borders kind of the sea. I don't know, it ends in a cove, so I don't know if you could call this the sea or not. Also, those guys, right there, they are very malicious. They will kill anything that they come across. Thank goodness those frogs aren't real. I know, I've had them try and attack me even though I'm in creative mode. They are absolute menaces. But thankfully they can't get up here because we have fences. Okay, so this area right here is called the Christian's Cove Recreational Docks. And as the sign says, be kind and keep it clean. Litter just makes everyone miserable. Yeah, it's just a little, kind of a small park area, if you will. But its main function is to act as docks for the public to use. There's some ladders on the side so you can climb out. And just access to the ocean. / river, cove, whatever you want to call it. It's there at least. We have dock 2 right here and dock 3 right here. Why are the numbers going this way? I don't know. That's just the way they are. And we have this shop right here to sell people scuba equipment and boat rentals. You know, to go along with this. Jim's boat rental and scuba diving shop. I don't know Jim, but this is kind of more or less close enough to his shop. Again, the fun things with these, you can just kind of stick your head through them. It's kind of weird with them being non-solid, but it is what it is. Okay, we have the rest of the Twin Bridges Street Road. I just noticed. That'll have to be cleaned up at some point. Anyways, we have more roadway. Lots and lots of roadway that took forever to build. And we have just a little bit more roadway right here. I don't know why that is so hard to say. But we can just continue traveling down this road to the Jungle Mountain Parkway Tunnel. It's very much incomplete right now. The lighting really needs to be actually implemented properly, but it's here. And if we look at the mini-map, you can see right there that this really does go straight through the mountain. Thank the Lord we have World Edit, because that would have taken quite a lot more time. This is going to eventually be another bridge, because just the nature of the land, it's kind of necessary. But for now, it's just going to be an incomplete floating road. Not something you actually get in real life, but it's a game, so we can get away with it a little bit better. So, while I run back, I'm going to check on the list, and I'll meet you guys then. Okay, we're back. I just wanted to point out that this is Old Main Street, because this is technically the old town part of Christian's Cove. The new town part is further down that way, but has yet to be constructed because road work takes forever. So, yeah, there is that. But we do have another name for another road. This is Officer Street, since the police station is literally right here. That's what that's called. And we also have the Bunker Road to our left and Lupine Bridge Road to our right. I mean, obviously it would make sense the bridge would name the road. Or the road would be named after the bridge, whichever way you want to say it. We're going to go head down here real quick onto Bridge Bay Beach. Nobody seems to know what this body of water is called, so we're just going to keep running with it. That mountain is super tall. Wow. Anyways, we have these steel doors right here, and these lead into storage areas that are inside of the bridge pillars. County owns them, and you don't really have to imagine too hard what the inside of a storage area would look like. It'd probably just be a bunch of crates and boxes. And the floor would be significantly more messy, I would imagine. Possibly oil spills or whatever from tools and the like. And the same deals over here too. Except this one has a radio. So at least there's some music for whoever has to work in here. Okay, outside of that, I'm not 100% certain on if that's everything or not. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I added roadway over to here. Yeah, I did. I added a sidewalk to Voxel's home and also the roadway here so we can actually drive there instead of wandering through the desert sands. Outside of that, I don't think there's been any additions to Desertia outside of this little piece. Bridges under construction do not enter. That is very true to real life. This bridge is going to get finished at some point if the county and the town can stop squabbling over who has to pay the bills. Okay, I think outside of that, there's one or two more signs that I can show you. And after that, I think we'll be done. I can definitely say recording it like this is a lot less stressful than trying to do all that build stuff and whatnot the old way. So I can just kind of make a lot of progress on my own time. Well, not my own time, it's time God's given me. But either way, during the downtime that I am not recording, I can work on this in peace and quiet. Provided those two foxes don't get on my nerves. Wait, hold up. There we go. Liberty Drive right here, and Highway 17 right here. Since this is a more rural road, it doesn't really have a proper name. Liberty Drive can get away with it because, well, if you own the land, I imagine you can name it whatever you want. Because if we go about it this way, this land right here, down the middle of the start of the road, since it's not technically owned by the state, because it's a private road of sorts, the Sweettails own all this. They got a very good deal on it because no one wanted to live outside of town for some reason, so they got it dirt cheap. Same thing for me. From right here all the way over here, and not counting that area right here. So technically less than they own, but still very nice to have all that property around you. Makes it so much more peaceful and quiet. Anyways, I think that's pretty well it. I've avoided Vixel's little challenge. She wants to have my character wear a different skin in this game, and thankfully I've managed to avoid it so far. So, who knows, maybe you'll see it in the future. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and remember, Christ is King and Jesus loves you. Bye.